Inconsistent.
It's crazy because if we're amazed and baffled by how the pyramids were made back then, yeah, it's recording. If we're amazed at the way the pyramids were made back then, imagine how they would see us. Would they be amazed?
Yeah, the hell yeah, they'd be shocked. Bro, this is in the beginning phases of humanity. So, like, if you look at the pyramids, right? What is it really? Right? Put a picture of the pyramids. Let's just look at it and let's just talk about it.
Don't tell me what to do.
About conspiracies over here again.
What else is there?
Huh?
We live in a little bubble. We have to theorize other shit just
We
to
live
get
on the
by.
outside of the bubble. Let's get it together, bro.
Oh, we're not in? We're not in the in?
No, the cavemen are in there.
Oh, not the caveman. What are we searching?
Search for pyramids. Toma.
Oh, snap. We got the
Pyramids of Old Giza.
Is that what we're doing?
No, just leave it. Just put pyramids.
Pyramids.
It'll pop up. It'll be one of the pictures.
Okay.
Just go to images. We're just going to look at it. We're going to talk like two GD niggas looking at pyramids. Try to find a really good close-up picture of it.
That's when you go to more or tools.
Put large.
And put large. They used to have it like break down by like.
I remember, yeah.
Remember that?
By pixels, whatever, right?
So like that's too confusing for people.
It's funny because one day I was looking for something. I said, "What? Am I bugging? Was it not like that? It was just
So
in my head
was
the whole
I.
time." Yeah.
I was like, no, I know for a fact that was there like that.
Put close up or something.
Ooh,
Minecraft. Minecraft is such a relaxing game to play. I think that's why I like it.
What?
Minecraft? I find it so relaxing. All right, let's look at it. Just pick up a random picture. I don't care. Just one that's close up. Okay. What is it? What is it? What is it really?
A bunch of shit stacked up.
That's all it is. It's just rocks on top of rocks. Right? Are they perfect? No. They're pretty good. I think if they took me and you and they put us into a society back in the day.
Look how fucking big they are.
Yeah. If they put me and you in a society back then, do you think you could figure out a way to cut a rock like that? Just a square rectangle rock?
Well, if I'm in the desert, I would have figured out that this shit could turn into, like there's certain shit in the land that I could turn into a shape.
Yeah. So like if you give me a big ass rock.
No, it's not even a rock. It's like clay that they mix with water and then
no, but I think these are actually cut.
Really?
I think they're cut.
Oh my god.
Well, you know what? That's a really good question.
I thought
I'm guessing they're cut.
I thought that these niggas molded this shit and then dragged the pieces out somehow and stacked them.
I wonder if it's molded. We gotta look into that.
That's literally what I always thought.
If they were molded, that changes everything. They could have built it. They could have made them as they were building them on the top. Not even
like
carrying
they
them
do
up.
now with concrete. They put the wood structure, clunk, 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 and then they break the wood, and that's it.
I gotta look this up.
We have, ladies and gentlemen, an official mind fart. And while we have the mind fart, we'll play a little bit of Let's Get It. What?
Purple rain, purple rain.
Ow! Get it, girl. And it's in the background with our voice, so we're not gonna get banned. Oh yeah.
Oh, because in the background?
I read the thing that if it can't pick it up or it's so distorted, then they won't get banned. But these AIs are getting smarter, so yeah. So I thought that they clayed molded the pieces. That's why they all look the fucking same. Because rocks don't look like that, and to cut it, you're talking about OD. But if they were able to create a mold, a casting mold with wood, and then make it, clay it, dry it, next, boom, boom,
that makes it so simple to build the pyramid.
Simple. Now, how to get it up there? I've seen people with the wood blocks, and then you put enough wood blocks, and you just roll it.
Yeah. I seen those too.
And then I heard you watching that video how it was ramps, so they ramped it like that, and each side was getting higher. and they're going in.
So another interesting fact that a lot of people that are conspiracy, when I say conspiracy, some people are like, oh, the aliens helped them or something else.
Wait,
or,
I didn't finish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How dare you interrupt me? This is America. Though I was gonna say that, and then when they got to the top, they just brought the sand material up to the top in bags and then smoothed it out and made it that flat wall
And
that
just
eventually
wet it.
crumbled. Yeah, and wet it like they made it. They clayed it into it like they do in the sidewalks where they pour it in and then they shape the whole shit. That's what they did, going down little by little, going the opposite way of the ramp that they built to finish making that smooth surface. I think that's how they did the pyramids thing. I don't think it's that much.
But some of the rocks were carved for sure because they know where they carved it from, and it was further down river, like pretty far actually. They're like 4 miles. So everybody's like, oh, then it's impossible for them to bring it. But a lot of people don't know, next to the pyramid, buried under the ground, was the most intact ship that the Egyptians have. And they used those ships to bring the rocks. Those are the types of ships that they would use to bring the rocks, the stones from far away on that ship.
Bro, because look at how those are cut. Those are like clean cut, rather.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Those are pretty good.
Hell yeah. And to me, it's not a rock, bro.
But you could do that. You could cut a rock like that.
You could.
Look,
Not
if you
these
zoom
niggas.
into it, can you double click and open the page and zoom
I'm
in?
not sure. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get. So let me take it out. And then look, it says
Try to zoom in. Roll that mouse, bro.
rolling. Nope.
Nope, the whole page. All right. They're not perfectly flat. You see the cuts. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, but change the camera angle so the audience.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry, guys. Hi.
They're not perfectly flat.
Nah, but
You
look
can
at
see the
these
chips
cuts
in it.
going down, son.
Yeah, but it's not perfect. You know what I'm saying? You can see the bumps in it, the ridges.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then if you look in between the two bottom rocks right there, where your mouse is at, to the right there. See that line? They poured something in there. That's like a concrete or something.
Grout.
To keep them together. Yeah, like a grout or something. So the rocks are not perfect, so they poured something in there to keep it solid.
Yeah, this was constructed. This was shaped. This was clayed in. They had a molding cast, and they just had these pieces.
But also
going in.
they look like they've been chipped.
Well, we're talking about wear and
And
tear.
what the hell is that? The bottom A, boom. That looks like some water came out of there with sand. And it got hard, right?
And it got hard. I'm telling you, it's not going to be perfect, right? Because wear and tear. But at one point, they were clean cut. They were sharp as fuck.
But that's also...
Because look at this line up here, this ledge. Look at that.
That's pretty good.
That's beautiful, son.
Go to... open up a page and look up...
Look at what?
Cutting stone. Well, good. Cutting stone with hammer. Oh, look. I just saw a video right there in the bottom. Go back to the all.
Oh, look. This is...
Yeah, okay. There you go.
This is
That technique right there.
This is perfect.
Click on that, but don't put the audio. We don't want to hear that crap.
Click on this, but don't put the audio.
He has to say it to think it through.
It's just an image, bro. Relax.
I know, but there's a video. Watch.
You want to watch the video?
I want to show. I want everybody to see how it's done. I've never seen this video before.
Okay, here we go. Just to be on the safe side, we'll mute it.
Just be fast, bro. Right there. You know what the freaking sound volume is?
Don't yell at me.
Stop showing commercials.
It's not my fault. They gotta get paid. Now I gotta press play for the thing. You with the fuck, and that's that Minecraft shit that you're mimicking.
Go to the video. Go back to the video. Ignore everything he's saying. Just click on. Yeah, there you go. Look at stuff like that. I don't know. This guy's a lunatic. But look what he's doing. You see what he's doing?
One at a time.
One at a time. Clink. Otra más. Clink.
That's another way of doing
Otra
it. They got
Clink.
big slabs of shit and
Now wait.
started.
Now keep going. Now fast forward this or whatever.
Okay.
Just
we're
look at
fast
further
forward.
out. Right as he breaks it. So pretty far down. I'm assuming he's probably gonna be doing this for a hot minute.
Yeah, for a hot minute. He's still going there. Look, he's still going in.
Did he cut it? Oh, there he goes. Ooh,
Oh, it's going to happen. It's getting there. It's getting there.
And he's like, I don't know what.
Oh, it's going to happen right now.
Oh, look, he already got a crack going down the middle.
Oh, you probably saw it.
Look, but you see the crack right now going down the middle from here in this image.
I know. I'm trying to bring it where you don't see it. Oh, he switched it. Okay, yeah, from here, you don't see it all the way through, but then when you get to here, you see you see already forming. You see that?
Yeah.
The difference?
Look at the video with the image. The video, the viewership pops all the way up to the top.
Oh, that's what that means?
Yeah. That's how many people fast forwarded.
Oh, snap. That's it. That shit cracked.
But go to. I want to see him open it.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
Oh, damn. Look at that. Toma.
Yeah. That's another way of doing it. They got big slabs and they broke it down like that. But even then, their lines are way. You saw his line? That shit was crooked as fuck.
Well, it depends on the rock. Right?
Oh, okay.
Some rocks cut straight down the middle, easy.
Okay.
Right? Go to a different video that they're cutting rocks. I like looking at the Indian guys. They're always the best. Oh, like that guy, he's doing it with a small hammer. But go to all on the Google search instead of video or picture or whatever. Yeah, all.
Let's do all. Okay. All right.
If you go down to that third video, that Indian guy right there.
This nigga. Oh, he definitely is explaining
Boom,
some shit.
Don't worry about him. Look. Oh, but look. Okay, look at that one. Look what he's doing. Usually rewind that one a little bit.
Wow.
Look.
That shit came out crisp.
See? That's why when people be like, oh, there's no way with that technology. I'm like, we do that today.
That's crazy.
It just takes a craftsman. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that knows what they're doing.
Right.
That's all it takes.
So I think both ways, the claying and this is the way to do it.
So now imagine you do this all day, all night for your whole life. That's your job. Imagine how proficient you are with this.
This nigga they got
Look
thinner.
how thin he made that.
They got thinner. Look, a layer.
Look, he's like, oh, this was too thick.
This is thick. He's gonna make 3 out the next one. Watch.
That's insane, though. Look.
That's so crazy.
Right?
Damn.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's not even using a chisel. He's just straight hammer. You saw, and this is like the rocks in Egypt.
I think it could have been a combination of both what you're saying and what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When people say it's impossible, I'm like, it's possible.
I don't know if it isn't. Yeah, exactly.
It's possible. Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. This guy with a straight hammer. I don't even know how he's doing it with just a hammer.
He got the dad bod too.
I know, so that gives you confidence. We could do this.
Yes, it says that could be me.
Go back to the look. Watch the one before this.
The one before this?
Yeah, before. You know what before and after?
Okay, right.
Jesus Christ. Look how he does it. Look how he does it. Look, he's just hitting it. Toma. Look how smooth that is. Oh, that's a laser cut. The aliens helped them laser cut that. Right? Because it depends on the stone, what it looks like. You know what I'm saying?
It's laser cut. Let's see what's going on over here. All right, we got that
lindo,
guy.
Qué lindo, míralo. He's wearing it looks like he's wearing a bathing suit.
Wait. A bathing suit. I thought, they're repeating the same shit. No, I went over.
No, you went back like a bobo.
It's because of the shortcuts.
And look at him. Look, he's making him even smaller, bro.
Wow, he's still going in. Oof.
Look how, oh my gosh. Look at what he's doing. He's making bricks out of him.
Wow.
Bro. So that's when people say, oh, there's no way they could have did it. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. I think the hardest explanation is when they make holes, like drill holes. You ever seen those when they drill a hole? Like a circle hole, they cut it right through the rock.
A circle hole.
So they're like, how can you do it without power tools? But I've also seen videos of people doing, they start fires with sticks or whatever.
Yeah.
They basically, back in those days, they had copper. Remember, they would melt gold and they would, you know what I'm saying? So they would do it with copper and they will chisel it. So it looks like a chisel and they'll make it so it's tubito. And they do the thing. And once it gets a certain depth, they pull it out. Whatever little rock is in it, they pull it out. They throw a little bit of sand in it so it can be crunchy. And they do it again.
It could be crunchy. So it can be crunchy.
Yeah. But I've seen them actually do it, like a modern person practicing it, trying it. They're like, yeah, it totally could be done. It's hard, but it could totally be done. But imagine if you need it for a big construction project, even if it's hard, you gotta get it done. So you're gonna do it.
Growing up as a kid, I love fucking the Egyptians.
You love fucking Egyptians?
I love fucking them. Just love it. Growing up, I always said to myself, okay, these niggas built that shit. Like, I just accepted it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, my thing is, I accepted that it was done by them. How? So when I started hearing like it's impossible and it's this, it was like, nigga, then who did it? Like now you're going into extra. You're doing. You're going into Alex Jones territory, nigga. Relax.
Well, the problem with this is that this is very difficult to even think about. The pyramids are older than the Egyptian culture.
The pyramids are older than the culture. How do they know that?
That's what I'm saying. It's a difficult thing because can you age stone? How do you know how old a rock is?
How do you exactly?
Yeah, you don't know. So that's what I'm saying. It's all guesswork.
Again, we're GD niggas, so maybe they have a way and we don't know. And
if I understand correctly, you can only carbon date things that were alive. You can't carbon date things that were never alive.
You could carbon date because it's carbon based.
Because it's carbon based life forms, so you can only carbon date things that are alive, meaning plants, animals. That's it. So you can't carbon date a rock because rocks are as old as the earth. You know what I'm saying? So if I cut up a rock and put it in place and I moved it, the rock is still as old as it was before. Just because I moved it to a different location doesn't change the age. You know what I'm saying? He's thinking right now the gears are.
So when they talk about the different layers and sediments, they're just guesstimating.
Yes. All that stuff is guesswork.
All that is guesswork.
But remember, that's the way science works.
Right, but it makes sense.
Oh yeah. That's why it's a popular theory because it makes the most sense. Until another person makes a big discovery and is like, "Oh, this changes everything." Now it's gonna take a while for it to catch up, because remember, everybody wrote books. There's a guy that I based my whole career on this. How can you change my theory? So they're gonna fight against it. It's gonna be back and forth. It's gonna be hard for the theory to gain popularity. Remember, the theory of the dinosaurs being hit by a meteorite, that's new. Big Bang, that's new. I think in the 60s or something they come up with the Big Bang. Like new.
Brand new shit. Check this out.
I think the meteorite is the same thing. I think in the 1800s or something they came up with this idea. All new theories. So for it to be disproven, a lot of, if you're a real scientist, you're like, yeah, I want to find out the truth. I don't want to live with this lie. You want the truth. You know what I'm saying? So if the meteorite, the dinosaurs got killed by a meteorite, if that's not true, I want to know what really happened then. So please keep investigating, scientists. I want to know the truth.
Yeah, but then they superimpose their version of truth, and then if a new nigga comes out with something that makes a little bit more sense, then that nigga's discredited, and this is whole social gamut.
But that's what I was saying with the guy. He's like, I based my whole career on this theory. You can't change it. I'm gonna fight against it because he wrote books. So imagine you spent your whole year studying dinosaurs and how they got extinct, and you wrote mad books, and this is how you're making your money. And then somebody comes with a theory saying, no, the meteorite never came. It was they were gay and they stopped having kids. Right? That's your new theory. That's real. That scientists prove with a fact. Dinosaurs became gay. They never had kids. So that's how they got extinct. So as a scientist that did the meteorite thing, you're going to fight against this theory because you want to keep making money from selling your books.
Right.
You want to be hired to go talk in colleges. And this is your livelihood. So you got to fight against that. So it's going to take a long time for it to gain traction because you got millions of people around the world.
You know how many textbooks they printed on this shit?
That's what I'm saying. So now the textbook industry is like, oh, we can't, we got to change the whole thing. Biologists, I got to change my whole theory. And it's not just, niggas that look at rocks, whatever, the geologists. It's also paleontologists that look at dinosaurs and biologists that look at the way evolution works. And this geologists, and they all have to come to the same consensus. Like, yeah, they were all gay. And that's what happened. So
that takes a lot of
a lot of effort.
It takes a lot of effort to get to the gay
but
dinosaurs.
it has to come to one guy.
And it also suggests that gayness is what destroys us.
That's what's gonna lead to our end. More people being gay, right? Percentage wise?
Really?
It's going higher and higher and higher.
Really?
Yeah.
Are
they really gay? Or are they just going with the...
Or are we counting all those Chinese niggas that really don't have a choice? That's Mike. Are we counting all those gay, forced gay niggas in China? Because
gay niggas in China?
If you only allowed to have one female per freaking 1,000 man, and you make that your law for 2 decades...
Well, you have robots. They have dolls. Don't they have dolls or something?
Yeah, but there's, again,
Doll or gay? You're going to choose gay? Robot, doll, or gay? You gonna choose gay?
I don't know what the fuck is going on over there. Apparently, they chose gay.
All right.
If you delete those niggas from that equation of your theorem, does it affect the numbers in any way?
What do you mean?
You know, you said the percentage of gay niggas are up. If you delete the Chinese niggas that have 2 billion motherfucking little dicks rolling around.
Well, I think this is a solely different topic.
Oh, I don't even know how this.
All right,
I don't even know what to do with this episode. Did we clap?
Self-affirmance. We're gonna. Oh no, I'm Illuminati now. Proven. I think this is gonna sound so crazy. I'm not gonna say it. I think a lot of the numbers of gay and trans and they, them, and this and that.
Yeah.
I think that's social contagion. I don't think it's real. I think it's people that wanna be in. I want to be part of the group, so I'm going to do what the group does.
The part of what the want to be in crowd.
I want to be in, so I'm going to be gay.
That's literally a social construct.
That's all it is. It's contagious. They're doing it to each other. And the percentage, if you gotta look it up. I mean, we weren't prepared for this, so I don't have the numbers to post.
No, we're never prepared.
They're saying that the percentage of girls that are quote unquote gay went up dramatically, and it's within groups. Meaning, if there was 20 girls, but they were just regular, hang out with guys sometimes, hang out with girls sometimes, they're not going to be gay. You know, the percentage of that being gay is the same as it always was. It was like 1% or 2% or something like that, the population.
Okay, but
if you put girls together and one of them is gay, it starts to contagious. Now 5 of them are gay.
Are you saying gay? Yeah, okay, so it's a disease.
Not that it's a disease, but it's a contagion. They want to be in. I want to do what you're doing. You're cool. You have red hair. I like red hair.
It's not necessarily that I'm with it.
And the percentage of...
But I want to be with
I want to be
us.
part of the group.
I want to be part of
And
us.
this group is the gay group. And for me to fit in this group, I got to be gay.
And... God.
So they're saying that the percentage of girls with autism that are gay are extremely high.
The percentage of girls
with autism that are gay is extremely high. So they're saying it's because...
Is autism in the high range?
Autism going higher?
Yeah.
I think autism...
Think about that question real quick.
I think autism wasn't diagnosed as much as it is now.
So it's the same numbers, but it wasn't recognized back then.
We're noticing it more. Because people will say that I'm autistic. Exactly. I don't think I'm autistic. But if you ask a doctor, they'll be like, yeah, you have...
You were diagnosed artistic?
No, but I like Star Trek. People that like things with a deep lore are higher on the autism spectrum.
Really?
Yep.
Who the fuck told you that
so
shit?
So Star Wars niggas?
OD nigga.
They're not. Because their
doesn't have
a deep lore. It's very shallow.
It's phaser.
Phaser and
not phaser. It's sabers.
Whatever it is. But Star Trek is deep. Nigga, I could tell we could go from the beginning of Earth
I got
to World War III
on how the
freaking
warp drive works.
Exactly.
And fold space-time continuum and niggas that... Oh, my God. When we went to the convention, son.
Exactly what I'm saying. Now, remember we walked to the convention?
Yes.
How niggas looked and the way they acted?
Yes.
High autism rate.
Then they looked at us like, look at these.
They're like, look at these stupid regulars in here. Get out of here, stupid regular.
And that's when we learned what we look like.
Yeah.
To our families and friends.
Yeah. But if you look at Star Wars...
Thank God I only have you as a friend, nigga.
But if you go to Star Wars conventions, just regular niggas just like, oh, I like Star Wars. Oh, it's a saber. There's no deepness to it.
Right, and they'll do the dance. They'll do the whole thing and won't say anything afterwards. And you're supposed to be like, oh, wow.
I don't even know the dance.
Anything, nigga. Whatever the genre is. They get into it. Like, I came here to do this.
So they're saying things that have deep lore. Harry Potter, a lot of high autistic rate of people because it's deep.
It's funny because I was talking shit. My son, he's fucking up in school, right? And then on the news, because I watched the antenna news that you put the antenna on your roof and you listen to the waves.
Real news.
The real news. Real news. And they were covering about a kid. He's like some local nigga in Long Island. This kid basically.
He's a local?
Local nigga here. Because it's local news, right? Anyways, the kid is autistic on the spectrum, but it's really mild, and he's gonna graduate mad young. He skipped like 4 grades. He's like a genius fucking kid, whatever. And I'm talking to my son. I was like, yo, this nigga's out. This nigga's leaving. He's done. He's doing school. I'm trying to get my son to do night school. Like, yo, bang it out. We out.
Yeah.
So I sent him the video of the kid, and my son says, well, a part of that is because he's on the spectrum. He's autistic. And I'm like,
because they get up, they find whatever the thing is, and they're like, I'm gonna go hard on this thing. Him was education. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna learn more. I want to pass this test. Now, kids with autism, they get these thing where they're like, I like volcanoes. I'm gonna go for like a few months and just talk about volcanoes only, and that's it. I love volcanoes. Frogs, I love frogs.
So I'm like,
Minecraft.
so my question was, so those are the brains of society, and we're just the regular ones.
Well, okay. So this is my theory. Okay, this is my non.
So because he doesn't have the
theory.
maybe the social constructs to involve himself in society and other aspects, that because he's autistic and he, you know what I mean, maybe that brings him to another level of society.
Yeah.
Like,
So that's what I'm saying. My theory is that all these famous.
so if you lock up
scientists-
your kids with no social media, none of those social constructs that are part of a child's development, would you get a brain child?
A smarter? No, it depends. If the kid's smart, I don't think being smart is learned. I think being smart is just innate. Either you are or you're not. Knowledge is different than being smart. You could gain knowledge.
Can your IQ ever change? Does it change?
I think it could change slightly, like a little bit. I don't think you can actually really change it completely by reading books. You wouldn't read books if you didn't have low IQ. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even care about that stuff. Your IQ would just be like, people that have a high IQ have a hunger for knowledge, and they constantly want to learn
A
stuff.
neurologist had said that you were born with a set number of like IQ, whatever that
That's what I'm
is.
saying. Like maybe a little bit, but if you know more, so you can answer a few questions more. But I don't think you can completely change.
So you could accentuate where you're at, but you can't leave that level.
I don't think so. I think it's innate. I think you're born with it, and that's it. But it doesn't mean that you're dumb or not dumb, because you can still gain knowledge, which can affect your life 100%. You know what I'm saying? So I think people with high IQs, because they're so smart, they're constantly thinking, they want to learn more, and they're constantly learning.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
So my theory is that back in the day, when there was no TV, no social media, no radio, none of that stuff, people that had autism wouldn't socialize, because that's one thing about aspect of autism. You have a hard time socializing with people. You're kind of awkward, and I think they just dove into books and knowledge and thinking. And that's Isaac Newton. I guarantee you, if we were to look at him today, autistic.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? All these smart niggas that we learned stuff. The guy that first invented fire, autistic. 100% autistic. You know what I'm saying? All the smartest people throughout history, like they make the leap. And everybody's like, oh yeah, I never did that before. And then they follow. And then they make those people make that leap.
So you think fire was invented? It wasn't stumbled upon?
Oh yeah, I mean, you don't even invent. I mean, discovered. You can invent fire. Fire's
But think about it. I'm assuming lightning hit some wood and caught fire.
It's like, what is that?
And these niggas held on to it, and then it went off.
And then like, how do we get that back?
And then some nigga was like, oh, what was doing some shit with sticks.
Yeah. Or maybe trying to cut a stick.
And then saw that it was hot.
He was like, it's like that fire was hot.
Wait a minute.
I touched that fire was hot. And he did it, and the smoke came out. Smoke. That fire had smoke.
And then
Fire's in the wood.
he automatically became the fire god.
He just little by little. Once he did it the first time, he's like, and everybody. Remember before that there was no fire, so people saw him like, oh my god, that guy's so smart. Meanwhile, it's just one guy playing with sticks. Everybody else talking to each other.
And then they were so used to praying for lightning to come for fire, and this nigga rolled up with like, yo, what up?
And then he became the king.
Instantly he's the fire god.
He's the fire god. Oh, he can make fire. He's the only one that can make fire.
You think he shared that information right away, or he was like, nah, I'm gonna get a few blowjobs?
He probably showed people. Yeah. I'm assuming if he's autistic, he's like, I'll show you guys how to do it.
If he,
This is how it's done.
I forgot he was autistic, nigga. Damn, that's fucked up. Yeah, that's how.
But I think the all people that are autistic are the ones that leaped society. They made a jump that made us go forward more. They're the smart ones.
And again, the amount of smart ones.
And I'm not saying all people that are autistic are the freaking. It's just a level. There's something about certain people that just make that leap. Because there's some people that have really severe autism they don't really function very well.
They're tapped out.
Yeah, but there's other people that are like high level and they're focused and they're just a little awkward. You know, there's a lot of people like that. They used to call it oh gosh, what is it called? Oh my gosh, Asperger's. Remember?
Wow.
They used to call it Asperger's, but now they don't call it that anymore. They just call it autism. There's a guy in my job that has Asperger's. Listen to this. In fact, this kind of proved my point. We both started at the same exact time. Okay. He would not stop reading the manual. All of us were like socializing, joking around, working together, and he was like
the manual
of the job,
employee manual.
Yeah, like he's all the information or whatever. It's like a really thick book, bro.
Oh, the operation, like your job function operation manual.
And we would want to hang out with him and joke around because he was a little weird, but he was weird and he wanted to hang out with us. He was just quiet, read the book. We're like 3 years in, and he's already a supervisor. He made the leap that the rest of us are still, because we socialize and joke around. I don't read that book, yo, we chilling. You know what I'm saying? He made the leap. Not only did he make the leap, he transferred to a different department, which is the armed unit, the enforcement. So then he got his gun license. He got it because he wanted it. And to him, this is the easiest way to get it. And he got it through the state. Got a gun license, got everything. Able to buy his own gun and keep it in his house. Then he transferred out of that and became a supervisor from studying the book so much. So now he's just a regular civilian with a gun license that he got from the state. And a gun.
Damn, a good life.
In 3 years. If me and you try to get today, 5-6 years before we find out.
Oh, absolutely.
We should do that. We should do an episode where we do it. We should go through the process.
We should do episodes where we do a lot of shit, nigga. I've been thinking about like projects and like we were at one point we're talking about doing like an investigation. Remember that?
On NASA?
Nah, like to ask people who know about topics.
Oh yeah, that's rough though. The scheduling is hard.
It's always gonna be scheduling though, bro.
But anyway, I think as difficult as some of them are, like in society, like living, whatever, like it's hard for them. I still think autistic people are important. The autistic nigga was probably the nigga that found out how to cut the rock straight. You know what I'm saying? He was probably the guy. They were like, "Yo, that's pretty good." We're over here doing. He was like, "If you just do this, and flat." Wow, this guy's smart. What else you learning?
Damn, I don't know. So there's that autism or something. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying. There's
like,
something
where's
about
the line that's like, okay, this is autism, dysfunctional autism, like
there
like like functional autism and dysfunctional or not. Like when how they say if like the reason why I say functional because I'm thinking about alcoholics. Like there's functional alcoholics, there's non-functional alcoholics. So is it the same thing when it comes to autism? Are there functional autisms and non-functional autism?
Some of them need to be cared for. They can't.
Yeah, they can't their whole lives.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That level.
And is it measurable?
But I don't think it's the.
It has to be measurable because niggas are being divided. You see the people who can function, they're like together, and then they have that. They're called a DSP, direct support professional.
Where they all hang out together.
They're like the home health aide, but for those homes or facilities with people who are on the extreme side of the
I don't think
spectrum.
It's the autism that does it. I think it's what the autism forces them to do. So I'll give you an example. The autism makes it difficult for them to socialize, so they're alone with their own thoughts for a long time. The autism makes them kind of obsessed with certain things, so they focus on something a lot. So they're not talking to anybody and they're focusing on one thing a lot. They're doing more thinking about this one topic than most of us do. Because we got other things going on. We got friends and hang out. And this person's not hanging out. They're just talking about the same thing over and over and over again. They go deeper and deeper into this one subject. They just go harder and harder on it. So it makes them learn more about this one thing than most people on this earth.
Okay.
So I don't think it's the autism. I think it's the effects of the autism that forces them to do certain things. And because they're able to focus on this one thing, they're able to make discoveries that the rest of us wouldn't be able to look into.
That's crazy. Do you think we all have that one thing? Whether, whatever level that we all have that one thing that we...
Yeah, nigga, we got one Star Trek, remember? Ain't nobody talking about Star Trek. It's us. You know how hard it is to find one person that can talk Star Trek about? Nobody.
I know.
Nobody, bro. And then I'm not gonna say his name, but the pastor from the last church, he liked Star Trek.
Yes, I remember.
Tell me something about him. He didn't socialize. He was awkward.
And he was a pastor.
Now, and so he went to college
and to each his own.
Yeah. He went to he stood in school. He got his PhD.
Yep, got all
theology. That. He wasn't married until he was like 45 or something crazy like that.
Oh wow, yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm looking back at him. I'm like, he definitely had Asperger's, autism, something.
Damn, bro, that's yeah.
See,
and then and
he was very awkward.
He was.
See,
do you think that Mike is on the spectrum?
Mike?
He messaged us, by the way.
No, I saw what he read.
Oh,
I read what he wrote. I don't know. I think all of us have a little bit of something.
That's what I'm saying. We all are in something. Like you said, ours is. But all want. No, I can't even say that because then I think about the individuals that are on the spectrum. I was gonna say all of us want to fit in. Them niggas don't want to fit in.
No, but I think, but some of them in the higher level they really want to fit in, and I think they try to fit in, and I think what I said it a little bit earlier that they want to fit into the crowd. And like, this is the gay crowd. Okay, I guess I'll color my hair pink and call myself they them because I want to fit in with you guys. And if you look at autism of boys and girls, they're way different. Because my wife did she went to school for childhood psychology. I got to learn a lot of this stuff secondhand from her, trying to learn third hand by reading it to me and whatever. So I got to learn a lot about it.
You were doing homework.
Basically, I was doing what you're doing with your son. I did it with my wife. So I got to learn a lot about the child psychology. So girls express autism different than boys express it. Because if you look at boys and girls, they're totally different.
Right. So one is more
girls are more social.
Mouth.
In general, yeah.
And boys are physical. Give me the blocks.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't talk.
Now when you add autism to that, the boys are the ones that are playing with the rock, trying to cut it, starting the fire.
He doesn't want to be bothered.
Nope, I want to focus on this rock.
Too much noise. I need to focus on whatever it is, whether it's a rock, a toy.
Now girls are like that as well, but they really, because they're girls, they want to socialize. So they're trying their best. So that's why that's why the gay and the autism rate in girls are. Like,
you seen the video of the little girl crying, and the dad is like, "Well, what's going on, sweetie? What's wrong?" And she's like, because I don't know. Maybe you could make me feel better. Maybe we could watch a movie. I was like, "Oh, you want to watch that movie?" Like, yeah. I don't know. Maybe you could. She's crying. She's going in.
She doesn't know why though.
And she's like, I don't know, maybe you could make me something and surprise me. And he's like, okay, I'll make you something and I'll surprise you. And she's just fucking flipping out, fucking flooring. Like, she's done. And she doesn't even know what she wants. She just wants that element of engage me. And then I've seen, like you said, autistic boys that are like, they'll start screaming if you even like.
Yeah, don't get away from me.
Yeah, like,
don't
stay
in my room.
Yeah.
My stinky room.
Damn.
My son's autistic, so I know they have stinky rooms. All right.
Yeah, but boys.
Fact.
Boys.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Boys generally, at a certain age, their rooms are dirty, stinky. Let's throw it over there. Don't now add autism to that and
next level.
Yeah. So I have to constantly remind them, hey, make sure you do this. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do this.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna, what are you doing? No, nothing. When you're done with that game, make sure you pick this up. Oh, all right.
My son, and again, because I think that he was misdiagnosed, but when it came to that aspect, like, Jay, did you put deodorant on? Now because he's into girls and he's socializing, it's like he cares about his look, he cares about what he's dressing. So I'm like, I don't. That those things he'll figure out on his own. So my son, I feel like in my opinion, my son was always misdiagnosed. He's just a kid that just needs attention. Like we as parents nowadays just want to do autopilot. The invention of the fucking phone was the babysitter of the decade in 2000.
Yep, horrible.
2008, when the iPhone, the smartphone, the G1, the Android, when all that shit popped off, that literally became America's babysitter overnight. And it's never gotten better. And those kids that were pre-exposed to so much information at their fingertips is a whole different other society than we are.
Those are the ones that are pushing for this stuff, the weird stuff.
The weird stuff.
That stage you up like that.
Because they want to be part of their own geek club.
I want to be part of that group. I didn't have that. I only had my iPad when I was little. Meanwhile, we were running around the streets.
Damn it! Think about the niggas that think about the different age or the different social areas, right? You're 13 and 14. COVID, 2 years. 13, 14-year-olds versus 15 and 16. Like what the impact had of all of that and what that means later on, 20, 30 years from now.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It's what we were first talking about.
The pyramids. I don't know how this happened. Pyramids. The gay dinosaurs brought us into this whole.
It's always the gay dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So in the autism thing, the person that built the pyramid must have been the leader, and that nigga must have been autistic because who gave the orders? Who gave the blueprints to design this shit?
Or maybe that he wasn't autistic, but he learned because remember they built a bunch of stuff before the pyramids. So they were building stuff beforehand. So they had techniques that they were accumulating over time. Culturally,
they were building this idea of this pyramid and, we have to reach whatever the purpose is. And then they just built upon it. And the leader was like, get me the best niggas that can build this shit.
Exactly. So he was like, okay, this guy knows how to cut.
Because the pyramids they're not like graves.
No. They thought originally.
They originally thought.
Until they got inside, they're like, oh, there's nothing in here.
There's nothing.
So that's why, okay, so wait, this goes into the conspiracy realm.
Ooh.
If you talk to the conspiracy, they said that they were graves or tombs. They said that they were tombs. And it was like, yeah, they thought until they got inside. They were like, oh, snap, it's not. Now they don't say it's tombs anymore. They just say it's a pyramid. But they hold on to that. Oh, I have all they're up there still. Remember the thing I was telling you about? They're up.
They're up there.
They're up there still. We've been going back and forth. Their group that's up there all talk. They all say the same things to each other. They thought it was a tomb. Oh yeah, they thought it was a tomb.
While the people who thought it was a tomb, the scientists that were actually doing the work, they were like, wait.
They went back down. They were like, oh, it's not a tomb. Oh crap, I don't know nothing about this.
You know what that is, right? So in science, there's this thing where the rule. I don't know if there's an actual name for it, but the rule is that you surmise your theory on a hypothesis, exactly. And scientists will make a claim. I think this happened. This is my hypothesis about the pyramids. Uh-huh. And what they do immediately after is they try to disprove their own
thing. Yes,
theory.
That's how
because that's the only way to really support it. By looking analytically, like, how is this wrong? How is this wrong? Look at this. Look at that. And do critical thinking. And then
you do another hypothesis. You keep doing it over and over.
Keep doing it over.
Snap, this is the song. I can't see anything wrong with this.
Man, yeah, I got something.
Then they write a report. They put it out there. Then they get peer reviewed. Other scientists read it. They're like, it's solid.
But all society heard was, those were graves. Those are tombstones.
Yeah. Not society, but these conspiracies, they hold on to this.
They hold on.
The old information.
They're stuck on.
Meanwhile, everybody already was like, oh crap, I know about the pyramids, the tomb. Oh snap, it's not a tomb. I don't know anything about this subject.
Let me look at it again. They start
going, look at the
chart that you mentioned.
So that way people can see what I'm
People can see, like, why is he fingering the screen?
That right there. Blink.
Why is he doing that to us? Can somebody explain?
So if you look at that right there, Facebook expert, that guy. That's when people thought, oh snap, it's a tomb. We know everything about it. There's a tomb in there. And then when they realized it wasn't a tomb.
So this chart in this side that goes up and down is confidence from low to high. Going the other way, sideways.
Left to right.
Left to right is going from know nothing to competence.
Competence is the entire It's just called competence.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. It's the competence that ranges from know nothing to a guru. And you're saying that in the beginning you don't know shit.
But then when you learn a little bit, you're like, oh my god, I know so
I'm a
much about this
freaking
topic.
expert. That's this red guy here. But then very few people go into the valley of questioning.
Yeah. And now you're
Diasper?
Despair.
There we go.
And you're like, damn, I really don't know anything about this topic. I thought there were tombs.
Over here.
Oh my god, we don't know. We got to reinvestigate the whole thing.
Right.
Let's keep investigating over time, and we start growing up, becoming enlightened.
Slope of enlightenment. Doctor, scientist, plateau of sustainability, guru.
Look what that one says up there. The peak of Mount Ignorance. That's what the
And
Facebook
this is
experts
called
live.
the Dunning-Kruger effect. So most people stay here in the Facebook expert.
We all suffer from this, and I'll give you an example from.
I for sure.
Yeah. I'll give you an example from,
In so many different areas of my life.
So because I know in my head, I'm like, I think I know this topic very well, but I'm very careful with the words I say. That's why I say a lot of I think this, or this makes the most sense. I don't want to say I know.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I say stuff like that.
Right.
Because I'm like, I know I don't know enough.
That's wisdom, nigga. That's experience with knowledge, time, and that formula. Go ahead.
So when we did a Bible study on Friday, I was like, I've read this before. I'm on top of the Facebook expert. I'm like, I read this before.
That's how I am with Bible study altogether, nigga.
But then once I started reading it, I was like, this is amazing. I didn't know any of this. There's so many things are clicking in my mind. I'm like, I'm on the bottom now. I don't know.
So
we gotta talk about this, guys.
That's crazy you say that, because for a hot minute, when going into Christianity, whatever, when I would hear niggas say, "Oh, I know the whole Bible." You know how many times I've read the Bible? Hint, hint. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they're on the top.
They're on the top. And then I used to always say, "But you don't understand, like, your mentality right now. Like, talk to me when you have a kid. Tell me what if you learn anything new about the Bible."
That's another thing. People
You know
that don't have kids.
People that have kids.
They're like, "Oh, I know what it's like." You know, I had a puppy one time.
Exactly. Talk to me about reading the Bible, what you may or may not get out of it when you're on your deathbed, nigga. Yeah. Tell me that you're not going to learn something new.
Yeah, word up. Yeah.
Or have a different perspective.
Bro, you should come to the Bible study, bro.
Nah, I'm done with that, nigga. I'm over there. I'm on the Facebook thing over there. I'm chilling. I told you I'll pray for you guys.
Last time, yeah, we had a good time.
Nah, so when I was doing the Bible study, when Joel was still living here, damn, remember having that nigga? He brought the freaking textbook notes for the episodes. This nigga, yo.
You know they do Brooklyn Bible study.
Yeah, yeah. But I would no. I would go to him, and it's definitely the vibe is dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
dope. The vibe is dope. In the format, I appreciate the format.
Yes,
it's really the format.
So what I did was, the way I explained, we're doing a letter, one of the letters from Paul. We did the Book of Galatians. I told them, make believe. We're all gonna play a game. We're gonna make believe that we don't have the Bible, and that we just received the letter from Paul, and we're gonna talk about it.
And he's in jail.
And he's in jail. Yeah. So all we're gonna talk about is this one. We're not gonna talk about nothing else. Just about this one thing. This is all we have.
So think about it. We're the church, and we just got together for a weekly, and we're here, we're vibing, we're eating. Literally, there's snacks over there. You guys want to use the bathroom? Go use the bathroom. And the guys just in. We got a letter from Paul.
Oh my gosh! Everybody get together.
Sit down.
Let's talk about this meeting with the implications.
Pass me the water thing. All right, let's read this letter. Yeah, that's the way to do it. It's about the narrator, bitch. That's what we're doing with these people right here that are not watching or listening to the show.
Listen, we talked about everything.
This was like a.
This was a. I'm gonna chop this one up.
This is called a cluster.
Yeah, basically. And somehow that has something to do with pyramids still. Oh, actually, look at pictures from the pyramid. Go back to the pyramid.
Again?
Picture. Yeah.
Okay, pyramids.
Go up to see what says close up. Erase close up and put top view.
Oh shoot! The top view. I got so much shit on this table, yo. Let's see what we got. Top view.
Top view right there. Second one down. Click, click.
Boom.
So try to zoom into one that has a top view. Actually, look, that one right there. Yep, the one you're just hovering over.
Or not this one.
Okay, that one. Yeah, click on that one.
Okay, here we go. Live in 2, 1.
All right. What the guy was explaining.
Okay.
He was saying how they kind of, the way they built what he thinks the way they built the pyramid is that they would have to, instead of building a ramp to go up to the side or around it, He goes, it's a triangle. It's already a ramp. Why not use it as a ramp?
The corners.
Not the
edges.
corners. Look at the middle. Right there. Look at that. You see that line? Keep going down. Just slide it like you're following the middle.
Here.
Yep. But now look at every angle, every side. Do the same thing to every side. There's a line, right? Keep going. Look at that one. You can see that line clearly. See it?
This one is a little harder to see.
Now look at that picture right there. You see that line? You can see it.
You sure that wasn't the embankment, the water over time?
It could be.
Like, this is aerial 100%. I don't see
one
one fucking line on that shit, nigga. Theory evaded.
Evaded, yeah. Oh, look at that one too. Oh, that's the kind of one we're looking at.
A little bit at the same
So what
one.
he's saying is that if they were doing it that way, what they would do is before they would put the skin on it, they would take the big rocks and they would kind of like flip it,
and like
and just keep tilting it over,
clunk.
and they'll keep doing it till they get to the top, and they would have to leave a trail going all the way up as high as they could, and then they would have to seal it up on the way down. You know what I'm saying? And then once it was the rocks that it is right now that you could climb, that's when they would go back up to the top and start smoothing it out on the way down.
Gosh, bro.
Because it didn't look like this. The pyramids used to be white.
Yeah, and they were smooth.
Actually, you can see the top of that one. It still has some of it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That was the last claying mode.
Yeah.
That, they didn't have that would erode, like a facade that would erode with time.
And it used to have a cap on top, like a fancy little cap. A
Probably
capstone.
made out of like copper, nice and shiny.
I think some museum stole it. It's crazy. They found a boat. Look up. Go to the pyramid.
Oh, I heard about that. A boat inside or some shit.
Buried next to it.
Why?
So okay, look up pyramid. Just look at boat.
Boats.
See how that looks. A T.
Thank you.
There goes the boat. They found it so intact because it was buried by sand completely.
Wow, that's
mad
OD intact, son. Wow.
They found it underground next to the pyramids. So the pyramids are right next to the Nile River. So those big chunky rocks, they said that they probably brought it in with these kind of boats. So the scientists, however they do their science math, they said this boat would have sustained those rocks.
This boat would have sustained. What? Wait, say that part again.
Those big rocks that are on the pyramid, they said this boat could have carried them 100% through the Nile River. From far away to where it is now. They could have excavated it from 4 miles away, put it on the boat, and brought it to the pyramid. And they could have did it over and over again, back and forth. You get 20 boats, just constantly bringing new rocks.
Like, where the fuck was
because
it?
they got the rocks from further down. If you look up on the top where it says pyramids, put rocks location.
Oh my god, is this it?
Oh snap, that's wild, bro.
Was that it?
I think so.
Oh my gosh,
It's
where
so
is
amazing
it?
as history.
Oh my gosh, bro, look at this thing.
Imagine you're digging and you're like, what is this? This is wood.
This is what I'm saying.
And you're like, whoa, we didn't know anything. We thought we knew something. We were at the top. And now we're back down to the bottom. We're like, we don't know anything about this subject.
We gotta go right back to the drawing board.
They just discovered a new entrance in the pyramid where they thought they knew everything. Did you know that? They found a new entrance that they haven't even gone in yet.
Why is this interesting? Why does this matter?
Because it's the unknown, and we want to know.
It's the unknown.
So because it's unknown, it's like a branch on a tree, where instead of it being this one line that we follow and we know the information, it's one line that splits into 100 different ways. It could be so many different options. It's fun to think about all these different options. So it's interesting to us.
And it could be so once we discover it, it'll be irrelevant. Not
irrelevant, but now we know.
And then no longer a mystery, something to be
it's not
discovered.
A mystery anymore. It's fun to know. Don't get me wrong. It's still interesting.
Right. We'll finally, in other words, we'll finally get the final draft of these school textbooks.
Right now, it's just fun to speculate. We're having a good time. We're like, it could be this. It could be this. It's
no. But as far as school's concerned, once we discover it and it's not interesting anymore, or it's solid, we figured, it's not a mystery anymore.
Yeah.
The school niggas with their textbooks finally get the final draft.
Yeah. Well, still, we learned this in school still, but it says, scientists speculate, like they still never finalize it.
That's insane.
History is hard to finalize because it already happened and we can't get it back. So it's kind of like we got to guess if it's not written down,
So I don't see them carrying big stones and bringing it over. That's wild. But I do see them.
No, but the scientists, whoever they are, they said that
based the fact that they had this in there, to me tells me that the clay molding of the rocks.
100% it could be that. I when you
If
said that, I was
they're
like, that makes
crafting
sense.
fucking boats like this, oh yeah.
Okay, so now if you show somebody a boat, like, that's the thing with people with these weird thoughts, like conspiracy almost. Like, they think people were stupid back in the day. It's like, if they could build that boat, can you build that boat? I can't build that boat. I could build a boat, but not like that. That's a nice boat.
I could maybe make a spear out of wood. That's
I
it.
could probably make a spear out of wood.
Solid.
Now, can I make out of a rock? Can I make a sharp? Oh, it take me so long. I
It's
gotta
gonna
figure
be
it
a
out.
minute.
I gotta figure it out.
Like, I get out of work, I put an hour or two.
Yeah.
Mañana.
But that's what I'm saying.
Friday.
Like, people think that humans back in the day are dumb. When I'm like, they're just as smart as me and you today. They just didn't have information.
I would actually go a little bit further, say they might have been smarter because they really had to, like, think outside the box.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We have more knowledge for sure.
We definitely do.
So what I read is that the average high school student understands Albert Einstein's theory of relativity better than Albert Einstein did. They have more information than he did.
Wow.
The average high school. Because they're taught E equals MC squared. Remember, we're taught at a young age. And then since Albert Einstein, there's been more discoveries. So we know all that stuff that he never knew.
That's basically what you call progress.
Yeah. So Albert Einstein would have been like, I was on top. I was the Facebook expert. And now I realize I don't know nothing. If you was to talk to a high school student that knows that stuff and they used to talk, Albert Einstein would be amazed.
Yeah, I think this. If I would title this episode, it would be like, "What do we really know?"
Yeah, we don't know nothing. Basically, we're on the bottom. Show the thing again.
The image, right?
We live
at
the valley
in
of
the
despair.
Valley of Despair.
That's what we are.
No. Some of us, I would say, there's 25% of us that are in the Valley of Despair. I would say there's 10% that are scientists.
Yeah.
You know, maybe another 15 over here, but the 45, the chunk.
Yeah, a big chunk.
The
A big
chunk. The good 40%. And then the rest of it is divided between these three, maybe 30. You know what I'm saying? 30, 15, and 15, some shit like that.
And I want people to make the jump.
And I think that's another thing I feel like the pandemic did. Because people had nothing to fucking do. I think that the pandemic opened up people to, I wouldn't normally fucking even entertain this person's idea or their thing, but let me give it 30 seconds.
I watch everything you can think of. What's that guy's name that works, that he does the coffee machines? He fixes the coffee machines? Jonathan?
Jonathan. Oh, man, I got to call Jonathan.
I saw him yesterday. I talked to him 20 minutes.
He's doing the Staten Island?
No. I went to Brooklyn. I had to go to a meeting.
Oh, okay.
You're supposed to go too. It's a church-wide meeting.
It was?
Yeah.
I didn't get to
They talk about everything. About the finances. This is that.
I didn't get the notice.
Well, you don't follow the app, do you?
I don't follow
So
it.
there you go.
Bro, I turned off every single notification.
And also, they have a WhatsApp group that you should have probably been privy to.
I muted every single WhatsApp.
There you go. That's how you missed it. So I was talking to him about how he repairs coffee makers.
Oh, I know exactly what this is.
I forgot what the name of the machine is, but he repairs it.
It's $25,000, $30,000 machine.
We spent about maybe 15 minutes.
Okay.
I was gonna say 20, but that felt extreme. 15 minutes.
Oh, I was gonna get
And
jealous.
I was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" He told me what he does, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you told me about that." So I asked him so many questions about it. How does it work? Can you build one yourself with the knowledge you have now? He fixes them for a living.
And he can't build one.
He's like, oof, maybe. And he fixes them for a living. So he knows a lot more than I know. And in my head, when I asked him that question, I was like, yeah, we could totally build that.
No, absolutely not.
For that subject, I was the Facebook expert. And then when I asked him, he's probably enlightened.
When you asked him, he thought about it. He was in the Valley of Despair.
Yeah.
He was like, fuck, wait, how am I going to contain all this pressure?
So then I asked him, I was like, oh, but then he explained how it was like a thing and his air pressure. I was like, oh, kind of like air brakes because I kind of understand air brakes.
Yeah,
you know?
same shit.
And
That little machine
like,
that I make coffee off of.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Can you
So-
replicate that?
Maybe.
Bro, how
I'm
are
still
you
up there.
First of all, bitch, yeah, I'm not up there. I'm in the valley of I give up because to me it's like first of all I gotta mold metal. Done.
Yeah, you're right. I'm down at the bottom. I'm down at the bottom.
I just brought you down.
I was going to Home Depot and buying stuff.
How are we making just a bottle, a shape of a bottle?
How are we going to get metal? I'm on the bottom. I'm down bottom.
I just brought you back down on that subject because, like, yeah, exactly. How the fuck do you get metal?
Okay, but this is why, and this is another conspiracy theory
Christ.
people have, but this is why between 200 years ago to today, progress flew. 200 years ago to 2,000 years ago, it's almost exactly the same. Riding horses, with buggies.
Right.
Almost everything the same.
But why was there such a leap in such a small amount of time?
Because progress takes so damn long.
No.
To build we just talked about the coffee machine. How many years do you think it'll take to make that coffee machine?
Oh my, you and me?
First you gotta figure out that you even need metal. You gotta discover it first. Where do you get it? How do you get it out?
So
what
you're
do you
saying
do
that
with it?
once we got the fundamental building blocks of building blocks efficiently, we then went from there and then leaped.
As we gain more stuff, we can put them together
multiplied.
and gain more. Yeah. Oh, we could do metal. Oh, we can make that thing out of metal. Okay, let's make it out
But
of
it
metal.
took this long to get to those.
And then once we got that
fundamentals.
machine, we're like, okay, we got air pressure. What can we do? Air pressure. Oh, we can make a wheel turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's put it on a
that
buggy,
makes
a
sense.
horse buggy.
I'll
And
buy that one.
It goes faster and faster and faster as time. Look at us now. When did the computer first get invented?
This conversation, we're now in the slope of enlightenment.
Sort of.
So we're getting there.
So, but look at computers. When the computers got invented, when in the 80s, 70s, maybe. Like
Nigga, we went to space in the 60s. Should I slap you?
Oh yeah, you're right.
What the
I'm thinking
fuck?
about home computers.
No,
Computers in general.
Nigga, that was in the 20s.
But now look at where we are now.
30s, 40s.
Well, now we can ask the computer a question and it can break down the answer. We just gotta ask it.
But it's still not what you think of as artificial intelligence. It's just really smart.
It's no. It's not.
It is.
I don't think it's
it
smart.
is.
I think it's
incredibly like it's at the point where it's like, wow, fuck?
I don't think it's intelligent at all. This new thing we have, I think it's just very good at accumulating knowledge.
That's it.
And expressing the knowledge because it's programmed to do so. To me, that's not AI just yet.
No,
it's
exactly.
amazing. It's mind-boggling. It's amazing.
I
But
did a
don't
job
think it's
interview and they're
AI.
like, oh, you're gonna take an Excel spreadsheet, and they did a little form. They put the little spreadsheet, and I sat there and I was like, which kind of program you use? Oh, Microsoft. And I'm like, okay, I use Google. So I'm sitting down. I get to the first 3 spreadsheets. It was like each spreadsheet had like 5 questions. Add a line here. Delete this row. Copy and paste. Change the print format.
They want to see if you know how to use it.
I know how to use it. I got to the 4th page, and that's when I failed. The 4th page was like, make a pivot chart. Give me the analytics data. And I'm trying to Google it to figure out, to then watch videos that I can't hear. And I'm like trying to figure it out. Destroyed it. The guy came through. I was like, I definitely failed on the 4th page of this test. And I was like, because I already mentioned to them that I use Google. I was like, you know that Google has a little button and it does all of that. Like it'll make charts, it'll make lines, it'll make bars, it'll make anything you want. And you don't have to do any copy and paste formatting using a tool. If you want to get information just on this little section, just highlight it. It's going to make a chart, a bubble. It's going to do everything for you. He's like, oh. I'm like, yeah. And then I'm thinking about it and I'm like, this is what frustrates me with the working world. I don't think people realize that with ChatGPT and computers getting that advanced, yo, bro, office jobs are done. Then. Like
So many works are done.
so much work.
Physical labor.
Over.
Physical labor job.
You heard of the nigga that wrote the sermon using ChatGPT?
No.
To the next episode of The Basement, yo.
That's it. Tune
We
in
outta
for the
here.
Antichrist coming to Chat
It's coming to
GPT.
your Chat GPT, ladies and gentlemen. The basement. We out. Bro.
Yo, what up, everybody? If you like what you saw, please click on some of the video links on the side. And please support our channel by liking, subscribing, and leave a little comment. And maybe we'll respond back to you. And hopefully, you'll be a guest on our next episode.
I was lame and I was spewing disrespect. Turn to God and disinfect. That's worth to Trump. Now let's inspect to interject on what the young is spitting. I'm spitting for where the sacred texts are given.